Christopher, I'll start with you. What about this story and script kind of made you want to bring this story to life?
It's got a wonderful heart, great message. It's about animals, so I kind of love animals. It has a couple of sources from the very original script. It changed to being set in England, and I brought the idea of creating a farce. So you set up all these different characters and let them go off on the road until they finally come crashing together at the end. I love that. Love that kind of story. And basically, Faulty Towers was my inspiration for that sort of comedy. The other influence was It's a Wonderful Life. Probably because it's the first movie I saw with my mum when I was old enough to remember. And it has elements of that. It's, nothing leans perfectly into, one or the other inspiration. But I think It's a Wonderful Life makes more sense as the movie became completed, and it has an emotional value, and a sort of spiritual value that I really like, and it tells an audience to value life, value love, and to be open and kind. So those were the sort of what we're feeding the story.
Love that. Mo, this is kind of your first dive into the world of animation. What about the character Beckett made you want to voice the role?
I think Beckett, just learning how, I think with Beckett, there was so many layers to him of, I got to be Beckett, the kitten, Beckett, who was loved and in his home being pampered, to Beckett, who's like, hang on a minute, I'm being, what do you mean? I'm the cute one. What do you mean you got a boyfriend? And I think all those layers just became more fun and more exciting. So the more I got to voice it and understand the character, the more I got excited and wanted to give him more of a personality. Or, there's times where we were recording and I would say, how would Beckett say this? How would he huff? How would he, how would he sigh, for example? And I think that for me was like the most exciting thing about voicing a character like Beckett is it's like sometimes you can have a character where it is make believe, but it's also a cat. So there's loads of people like that who have cats who are like, oh yeah, my cat would do that, and I imagine he might talk like that. So that was quite fun as well at the same time.
It is. I love the different layers within the character. So on to you. There's this empathetic nature to Rose within each layer of her story. How do you approach that when working within an animated film?
I think as Simone, I always found it really easy to kind of connect with animals. I think I grew up watching a lot of animated movies with animals and always personified them. So I think I've got a lot of empathy for animals. So I think in Booth, obviously with Chris's amazing direction and his generosity, like allowing me and Mo to come into his world that he's created with Rose and Beckett. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to work as hard as Chris and everyone else has, and just bring the imagination, bring the emotion when you're in the booth, which can be challenging some days. But yeah.
All right, this is a fun question for each of you. We see Beckett turn into a variety of different animals throughout the film. If you could choose to turn into an animal, what would it be? Chris, first to you.
Oh wow. I'm a dog person.
Yeah, good answer.
I would be a dog. I think I studied dogs enough to know going in what to do. Yeah, I'm a dog guy. I love horses too, but a dog.
Mo?
I think I'd be I love otters. I find them so fascinating.
Yeah.
The fact that they just float on their backs and just I think they eat clams or something like that. I'm not
they
sure.
do. They
just
don't.
They
break the clams open.
They just look, and when they go to bed, they sleep and they hold hands so they don't lose each other. That's so cute. So I think I'd probably be an otter. If not, then probably a sloth as well. They just look like the most. That is me on a Sunday, just like taking my time with everything, being Mr. Laid. So probably a sloth or
do a good slow-mo.
Yeah.
Simone, to you?
I'm torn between a baby seal or a penguin. Well, penguin actually, because they like slide on their bellies on the and that does, and I loved Happy Feet when that came out years ago, and when they will go sliding on their prom night or whatever it is. So yeah, I'd like to be a penguin.